Hi, we're Harriet and Mauro. We're restoring a 5-acre smallholding in Spain into the homestead of our dreams. We're currently rebuilding our 45,000 litre water deposit, which sits at the heart of our homestead and provides our garden with irrigation water all year round. After draining it last year in order to fix some problems, we finally got the walls rebuilt, separating the area into 4 distinct sections. We have a long section for a plant-based filtration bed, a shallow paddling section, a slightly deeper plunge section, and then the full 1.2 metre depth area. We have a neater entrance point for the spring water which flows in continuously, a new overflow pipe which skims off the top layer and sends it into the garden beds, and a new drainage pipe and sediment trap at the bottom. Last week we began work filling the filtration bed with crushed gravel and rock. This week we're finishing the planter section and we finally see our deposit full and leak free for the first time ever. But first we had some very exciting machinery on site fixing a big problem for us.
Papa manically sawing a tree as the digger approaches. Finally, this pile of rubble, which has been here for almost 2 years, is going to get used today. It's going to go in the road. What are you doing there, Santi?
On the smaller side of diggers, how much work you can do with just a small one. Makes me really want to research if there's a smaller size and see if I can get one for myself.
There are mini diggers.
So this is the public road leading up to our track. This used to be in even worse condition than our road, and a couple of years ago it was resurfaced using crushed gravel and a roller, and it stood up pretty well so far, even during the extreme rainfall event that we had last autumn. So we hired the same equipment to do the same job on our track.
Whoa! That's different. Whoa! What? Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. That's our 3-meter wide road, which we need before we can start working on this. Wow, Toffee. Wow. That's amazing. This is where all the cars are going to park now. Wow, that's crazy. So this is how our track is looking right now. Yesterday they widened it. We've got 3 meters at least now. And they came with all the gravel, like the grit and stuff, which is this top layer that they've spread out everywhere. And today the steamroller, well, I don't know if it's a steamroller, the roller is coming to flatten it. We definitely should have done this 4 years ago, but we thought we were going to have to concrete it to get a decent track, and that would have been really expensive, so we just were putting it off. The digger, yeah. Wow, it's amazing to walk down this road, isn't it, Santi? What do you think? What do you think, Santi?
The next day a water tanker came and sprayed down the surface, followed by a roller which spent a couple of hours going back and forth over the track until it was as solid as possible. As you can see, we also had the path to the back of the ruin resurfaced, as this will be another important access point to the ruin when it comes to the demolition and the rebuild. It's also a really good spot for guests to come and park if they're travelling in a camper van or a bigger vehicle, so it was great to get this area properly surfaced as well. Meanwhile, on the deposit build, we had previously filled the filtration bed with about 4 tons of crushed gravel and 2 tons of fine gravel. We had then laid out about 10 metres of 110mm drainage pipe on top of the fine gravel, and we now needed to pack it in with a larger grade of gravel. This pipe will eventually be underwater and will be used to draw clean filtered water from the planter section into the rest of the deposit. I'll show you the rest of the setup as we get to it. Before we could finish with the gravel, we had to fit a few pipe pieces. This first piece that I'm fitting is a simple valve which goes between the filtration section and the paddling section. We designed the deposit so that if we don't have a lot of water coming from the spring, we can close off the main sections and just leave water in the filtration bed to keep the plants alive. In this scenario, we may or may not want to store an additional 1,000 litres in the paddling section for irrigation, so this valve gives us that option. This piece that I'm fitting now communicates between the main section and the filtration section. In the main section, we'll install a bubbler run off a small air compressor, which is quite an efficient way to move water around a system and uses less energy than a pump. The bubbler will use air to create draw, and this should draw clean water through the drainage pipe in the filtration section into the main body of the deposit. On the filtration bed side, we use a box to connect a 50mm pipe going through the wall to a 90mm PVC pipe, which in turn will connect to the drainage pipe. We could have used reducers and elbow pieces for this job, but we found the box and thought it would be a neater solution. Like the 90 pipe that we use a lot, and Mauro was just like, oh, maybe try the 90 pipe like in the 110, and I was like, that's not going to work, like 2 centimeters difference, but perfect. Well, he was right. So funny enough, I think the only thing we disagreed on in the design of this whole deposit rebuild was how many posts we were going to have for the pergola. Mauro was saying 4 and the builders were on his side and I thought 5, and we went for 5 in the end. Now they're in, do you still think 5 was too many?
Yeah, I would have done 1 less.
So yeah, we've got 5. I think it looks great. I think 4 would have been too sparse, but I could be wrong. Don't think Papa needs that, Sandy. No.
I really wish you had a better way of doing this. I feel like every time I do one, it's complete luck.
Okay, we haven't got much gravel left to move now, just this pile here, and then we're done. you out of there. Papa's not going to be happy with gravel in his box, is he? Let's get you out of there. You're right there.
Finally, it was time to get the 6-metre beams up on the posts. Luckily, Jenna was still here to help with this, but we also needed 2 other pairs of hands.
Last one! Oh, wow, yeah.
It's beautiful. Yes.
What's Papa doing? Is he in the water?
Swimming.
Is he swimming? Nimming. Nimming. No, you don't. Papa! Hiya!
We are sweaty!
Wow, this house has changed so much since I last took a video of it, I think. They are stopping the walls.
This bit and this bit.
All the bit around there as well.
But we started inside as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're up there.
Oh, they're in the hayloft. Hi guys.
Santi! Hola!
Nice.
Hey!
Wow. Papa.
Santi!
Wow. The straw bale house is made of straw. You've been working non-stop?
No. We've had our coffee and cake.
Oh.
It's just, you only have to work for about 10 minutes to get really sweaty.
Alright, Santi?
Is he just woken up?
Sort of.
Yeah, I think this is it. Because here it's
Santi.
special. Yeah.
Baja! We only asked for half of everything. I've seen builders that eat so little. Okay. I cooked pizza for them the last day.
That does look really good.
I really...
Oh, we got some tomatoes hiding in here. Whoa. Alright. See if we can find somewhere for you. Oh, and some more in here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and 4. Alright. 6 more tomatoes to find a home for. As if we haven't got enough tomatoes already in the garden. And which one of you guys is mint? That's lemon balm. This is a peppermint, says it there. Maybe an apple mint or something? Anyway, these 2 are definitely mint. So we're going to get these planted in the deposit. They're going to go in pots because otherwise they will spread. And we have lots of other plants going in the plant section, so we don't want mint to take over. We want to give all the other plants a good chance as well. These little baskets with holes in are just perfect for aquatic plants. Whoa, look at the roots on that. So I'm actually thinking of ordering another load of the big gravel. What we've got here at the moment is basically what we had designed. We wanted like a good chunk of water above the rocks so that the water didn't like heat up too much and get too hot. But just thinking about it a little bit more, I actually think it could be a good idea to build like a little bank, have a sort of even shallower section with the pebbles like mounded up, you know what I mean? Because we have got a load of plants coming as well, which are more for like the river edge, what do you call it, like the shoreline? Shoreline? Do rivers have shores? I don't know, you know what I mean, but like very shallow water. Mint would be one of those. It doesn't want to like stand completely in water. I've got some mint in here already. I'm not sure if it's a little bit too submerged. I just popped it on a couple of stones for now. But yeah, this is what got me thinking that actually I think we need a lot more gravel here. We've been thinking that it would be really nice to reuse some of these big stones which came out of the wall of the deposit to create like the front facing of just a little step up into this shallow area. Tidy up this wall a little bit and then put a little bit of a patio area just out the front. Just small, just using up some of the tiles, the same tiles that we've got on the edge because we had a lot left over. Just so that when you step out you've got a little bit of extra space to put your clothes and stuff, or maybe put a chair and not just be straight on the gravel. So I'm just going to look and see what big rocks we can use here, and then the rest I can put in there to balance my plants on. Gotcha. The plants have arrived. How are you enjoying your glorious courtesy car?
It's an experience. It's kind of fun to drive.
Whoa.
But
It's mega old school.
yeah,
Look at that. I love that.
everything has so much play.
I can't wait to drive that.
Everything is just like the pedals have so much like the clutch has so much more travel, but the brake and the accelerator like barely any, and the stick is just like all over the place. It's so weird.
Always weird driving a different car, isn't it? Oh, I love it. It's got that old Castellón license plate. It's that old. You don't see loads of these around anymore.
I don't even. I'm really curious what year this car is from, but it has to be from the 90s.
Oh, I love it. So the plants are here. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah.
And dog food.
And dog food, yeah.
Coche, sí.
Coche, viejo. Baby? What do you think it is, Santi? What do you think it is? Plantitas? No.
The bubbler.
The bubbler's arriving today as
Yeah,
well.
but not the compressor.
Oh, right.
Only the rock.
Whoa, excuse me, Santi. Those are fragile. These are fragile. Fragile, yeah.
You going in? You going in?
Oh, he's in the water.
Agua. Ya, los pantalones también.
change of clothes number 4 today. Yay, my baskets. Do you want this for your pizza oven?
Yeah.
Wow! Wow!
Wow, yeah. We've got plant food, so they get off to a good start.
Apple.
Plant food, yeah. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's one of the plantitas. It's a pond lily. Right, I'm going to make like a little label for all of them. So before I take them out of here, I'm going to try and make sure we've got like a label for them. So the extra gravel delivery may or may not arrive today, but either way I'm going to get as much as I can planted up and at least in the water. I've got quite a cool idea for doing the little labels for all of these, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to focus on trying to get them planted, and I will show you as we go what they are. We have got, to begin with, 3 types of water lilies. I will put like the full variety names on the screen because they don't, it doesn't say that it's on the order form, so I'll put them on the screen. So we have a pond lily. The bigger baskets are for the lilies, I think. The lilies grow a lot, or at least they did last time, so I've only got 3. They're also the most expensive of the plants that we've ordered, about 20 euros each one, but they're so beautiful, it's worth it, and they do spread out a lot. This one is, can't read that, whatever it says on the screen. And finally, this one. How to plant your lilies and other aquatic plants. Oh, look at that clay soil. Alright, okay, there we go. Just put that there with a stone. So yeah, my mint plants from the other day didn't really work. The idea of putting them just on stones. Once we got in the water, it was just too wobbly. The water like splashed around too much and they just fell off the stones. So yeah, we definitely need more gravel here so that we can like embed them a little bit more in the gravel and they're a bit more stable. There we go. There's our pond lily in. Our first one. Notice how all the organic matter in the soil that I put just floated to the top. That's okay because it will all just make its way out of the overflow. It will take a while for everything to just settle down. Look how beautiful these leaves are. Such a pretty pattern. And if you're thinking the level is a bit lower than it was maybe when you saw it yesterday, there's the tide mark from where it reached its highest point. That's because we have been irrigating at night and refilling. Sorry about the wobbly camera, I'm balancing on the little wall. About to fall in. So yeah, we've been irrigating at night and refilling during the day, and yeah, in a couple of hours, it's the afternoon now, so by the evening when we open the pipes again we should be up back at the overflow. So yeah, we're just trying not to waste any water, trying to get all of it into the ground, so we're sort of lowering, raising, playing with lots of taps. So yeah, it's been like a week now we've been playing with it. I think we've got the balance just about right now of what we can, how much to irrigate during the night. Okay, let's get some more lilies in because they're going in the deeper end. So this one is Japanese horsetail. I'm going to see if I can split off a little bit and put it into this smaller basket as well and propagate it. Marginal plant. This goes in shallower water. I don't want to like stress it out too much. Oops, well, there we go. There we go. Okay, I've got these all ready to go in now. What I should have done with the other lily was put some gravel around the top, wet the soil and put some gravel around the top just to help stop everything floating away when it initially goes in. So let's hope that works a little bit better. This one here is lizard's tail and I managed to separate out a few pieces. It's got a nice long stem, so I'm going to try and put this one just in the gravel, see how it does. By the way, if you noticed a tree just lying around in the deposit the other day, that's this almond tree. I have now planted it. It was ripped up when we got the road done. I don't know if it's going to make it, but we've given it a chance. Who knows, maybe it'll make it. We've got the overflow pipe from the deposit emptying out down there, so it's going to get plenty of water. This is literally the best chance it's going to get, so we shall see. I forgot to give the first lily a piece of food, a little nutrient block, so I'm just going to pop that in there now. Alright, that's about half of the plants planted, and I'm going to wait for the gravel to come now before working on the shallower section. Okay, I think we'll leave it there for this video. The filter bed is half planted. It's looking really nice, but we still need the extra gravel delivery and then we can get the rest of the plants in there. You might have noticed, but we're still missing some pieces of wood for the pergola. Well, we've got it, we just haven't put it up yet. The supports in between the posts and some diagonal bracing. So we've got that left to do. A few bits of irrigation stuff to work on now that the deposit is back in action. But yeah, it's come a long way. A huge thank you to Jenna, who was with us for 10 days. She is gone now, but yeah, she helped us massively push this forward. So thank you so much. We have our next volunteers coming on the 10th of July. So we have a little bit of a break to prepare for the next phase of projects. Hopefully we'll have all of this done by then so we can move on to the next thing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing this progress. If you have any questions about the filtration or about the deposit in general, how it works, let me know. Happy to answer them. Yeah, see you next week.